Dina here, back at it again with another Dina Outdoors review, or in this case, a re-review. And today I'm going to be re-reviewing our Okuma Seimar C65, our Okuma Seimar 30 Tiara, and for the first time I'm going to be reviewing the Tiara's twin brother, the Okuma Seimar C30. So now let's start with the 65. The 65. Now, the C65 was pretty much the very first reel that we got when John and I first started going fishing. And to this day, I love this reel. If we're going beach fishing, I have this reel with me. Now, in my first review, I talked about the porting and how I didn't really like it back then. And it's great for cyclonic airflow, like that's the point of it. And my opinion has completely changed. I love the porting now. Whenever it gets wet, it dries super quick, so there's no water just being encapsulated in the reel. It dries out. You don't have to worry about it. Just dry it off with a towel. The holes will do the rest themselves, which is great because that prevents rust, especially with salt water. It corrodes so quickly on the majority of material. So if you don't have a good reel out there, then it's just going to get destroyed by the corrosion. Now, this reel to this day is super buttery smooth. Just everything you would want from your reel. Everything clicks back in place, back and forth. And we bought this reel used. We didn't even buy this reel brand new. It was used off of Amazon when we bought it. So I expected there to be some issues with it, but so far I have not found a single issue. Now, it has an 8 bearing system, and it's definitely how we've serviced this reel time and time again. It's probably been a while, I don't know, 6 months or so, since we've, taken it apart. We really haven't had much reason to, just besides preventative maintenance, and it is holding up extremely well, and I can't say enough about this reel. Alright, and now on to the Tiara. I love this reel. This is my absolute favorite reel out of all the reels that we have, and especially when we have light setups, this is always my go-to reel. We take it to the beach, take it to the jetty, take it on the kayak. If I'm able to have it, it's with me every single time, no doubt. And I've had a lot of adventures with this reel, and I have abused the living snot out of this reel to where I fully submerged it in Cape Canaveral when I managed to flip our kayak. The kayak started to go one way. Instead of counterbalancing, I went with it, and so did John and everything else in our kayak. We came home right away, serviced the reel, dried it all out, greased it all up, put it back together, and she has not given us a single issue thus far. And as y'all know, salt water is super corrosive, so I was expecting to have some kind of issues, squeakiness, but nothing. It's just running nice and smooth as it did the day we got it. All the functions. You would have never known that it was dunked in salt water. And lastly, the Tiara's twin brother, the Okuma Seimar C30. Now, just like the C65, the 30 does have the porting here, like so. The Tiara does not. So besides the color, that is the only major difference between the two reels. They both have a 7 ball bearing system and 1 roller bearing, and they both hold up to their names. John and I have each hooked into some nice snook on this reel. John landed his, I did not, but that was no fault to the reel. That was my own operator error when trying to land the snook, but it is what it is. And we run 12-pound braid on this thing. We run it super light no matter where we're at. If we're on the beach, on the jetty, we like to go light. And we get some crazy looks from some people when they ask us what size mainline we have, and when we tell them 12 pound, because they think we at least have 20, but we don't. But we land the fish, and that's the important thing. As long as you know how to work with what you got, then you really won't have much of an issue landing the fish. And I just love this reel. Alright, now let's get down to the real important part, the money. How much are one of these reels gonna average you? And it's great that they're all under $100. All 3 reels are under 100. That being said, the 65 on Amazon right now will run you around $72. When we bought ours, yes, we bought it used, so it was cheaper to begin with. And then also, when I did my first review a little over a year ago, it was probably around 65. So it has gone up a little bit since then, but I highly recommend getting this reel. It is great. The Okuma Seimar C30 will run you about $43, and then the Tiara will run you a little bit closer to $50, and that's just because it's a featured product versus the original. Alright, y'all, so that was the Okuma Seimar series, and let's tally up the stars. So, for durability, I give the Okuma Seimar series a 4 out of 5. They have taken our torture in stride. They're still holding up to this day, and I can't wait to see how much more we can put them through. And I love these reels. Now, for features, I also give it a 4 out of 5. I wasn't the biggest fan of the porting the first time around, but it's grown on me, and I love it. And when it comes to these reels, I just feel like Okuma has found their little niche with this porting. And then lastly, for value, I also give it a 4 out of 5. The 65 has gone up a bit in price over the last year, but it is what it is. Now, how did I do compared to my first review? My first review was so rough, but I do want you to check it out. Here in the description box below, there will be a link. If you haven't seen it, I do cover information in that video that I did not cover in this video, so be sure to check it out. Now, what is your favorite reel? Where do you use it? Do you use it offshore, the jetty, the beach, inshore? Or do you use it everywhere you go? Do you have any recommendations on reels that I should give a try? I'm in the market for a 50 class, so we're in the market for that right now. So what is your favorite? Be sure to leave that comment down below. Now, if you liked anything in this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe. I'm Dina, and I'll catch y'all next time.